what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Yesterday we seen TMT Mayweather promotion fighters. You know, Angelo, Leo. You know what I mean. I told Angelo, you always gotta make adjustments. Okay, you the best. Go out there, win the championship. Okay, I'm gonna be proud of you. Bring another title back to Mayweather Promotions. Me and Leonard is gonna be proud. Angelo, Leo go out there and get the belt versus Tremaine Williams. Talked about it last night. You can catch the reaction video. It's the last video I did last night. You can find it. Talked about the whole card. It was a solid card. It was a better card than Top Rank put on. Shit. You had a big old uppercut knockout. You had a good, another super bantamweight fight on there. I think Aleem would have been a great, championship fight for Leo as well. But, Williams got the call. I think Aleem would have beat Williams. And I'm just saying that because he's from Michigan. I like what I've seen from Aleem. But, Leo went out there, got outboxed for a couple rounds, made the adjustment, and beat down Mighty Midget. And you can see the difference. He was a 10-time national champion, in amateurs. But, amateurs is 4 rounds, pros is 12. That's the difference. Can you do good for 12 rounds or the majority of 12 rounds to get the decision? Because if it was an amateur fight, he probably would have beat Angelo Leo. But that's the difference. But let's talk about the potential matchup. In 180 days, Angelo Leo said on his press conference last night between him and Stephen Fulton Jr. And I think that fight can go either way. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. One thing you notice about Fulton, he gonna be in better shape than Williams was. Williams didn't have the stamina, and he didn't have the legs that Fulton got. Fulton can utilize the ring and stick and move. The question is, will Leo's jab and pressure make Fulton fight? And if he can make Fulton sit there and fight with him, I think Stephen Fulton can have a problem. He don't move forward enough. And to be honest, if they fight in the West Coast, you fighting a Latino fighter or a Mexican fighter, you're gonna need to move forward and be aggressive and touch him up a little bit. And I think this style matchup got the potential to be a really, really great fight. It might be one of the better fights in recent super bantamweight history. You know what I'm saying? Because Fulton likes to box and move. See, what Tremaine Williams did yesterday was sit in the pocket and operate like a surgeon. And he touched Leo as much as he wanted to with the straight left. But when Leo started to close the gap and touch him to the body, he said he could hear, Williams gasping and not liking those body shots. And that's one thing you don't get in the amateurs a lot neither. You don't get a lot of body work neither. And he basically, when he started pushing Williams back, Mighty Midget couldn't utilize the ring. His legs was gone. He couldn't stick and move, and basically he was a sitting duck. Fulton gonna stick and move from the beginning. He gonna go out there. It's gonna look like Williams, but a little bit different from the Williams fight. He not gonna sit in the middle of the ring and operate and operate from the pocket. What Fulton Jr. is gonna do is he's gonna stick and move. So he's gonna utilize his legs. It's gonna be up to Leo to cut the jab off, cut the ring off, utilize his jab, close the distance, and make Fulton fight on the inside. And if he push Fulton back, and Fulton don't, be aggressive and push Leo back, he can get outworked. You know what I'm saying? Fulton got good, good balance, good reaction time. He's slick. But one thing that he lacks is fighting on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? And if he can fight on the front foot and push Leo back and use angles and step over and rip Leo to the body and be more aggressive, he should be able to beat Angelo Leo. But I'm not sure that he can do that. And I think Leo is probably going to lose the first couple rounds versus Fulton. He might lose the first 4, 5, 6 out of 7 rounds. But I think at some point he gonna make Fulton fight, and Fulton gonna have to turn into a Philly fighter, or Fulton is just gonna have to be the greatest, one of the greatest slick boxers you gonna see if he gonna outbox Leo for 12 rounds. If he go out there, utilize the ring, and just dance on Leo for 12 rounds, would it surprise me? Not really, because Leo he's not the athlete Fulton Jr. is, but he got the intangibles, he got the heart, the aggression, the tenacity. He got good body punching, you know what I'm saying? And he got good stamina. I think he was in shape to go 15 last night. When what Fulton Jr. is, he just like to dance on the back foot a lot. I need to see more of him on the front foot. This last fight, he started to get aggressive fighting the front foot, but his natural instinct is to fight on the back foot. And when you got a Hispanic fighter that's coming forward, it might look like Mildred Taylor versus Chavez. He just picking Leo apart. And then Leo just started putting the body work in, breaking him down, slowing him down, and he a sitting duck. So even if Leo do turn it on, do he got the power to knock out, Fulton Jr. is the question. He don't have that many knockouts last night. Last night it don't seem like he's a huge puncher. He's a volume guy. You know what I'm saying? So, Fulton, I probably favor Fulton. You know what I'm saying? I probably would favor Fulton, but it wouldn't surprise me if Leo got the job done. I probably would favor Fulton in that fight, but I don't think he gonna sit there and just outbox him for 12 rounds and not have no trouble. I think at some point Fulton gonna have to sit there and fight, and that's usually embedded in every Philly fighter's DNA is the fight. And I think with him cutting the ring off on Fulton and putting him on the ropes and putting him in the corner, I think it'll be wise for Fulton to step on the gas early, get Leo respect, and hit Leo with something that he don't like. If he can get Leo respect, Leo will be hesitant to come in. But then again, Fulton is bigger than Leo as far as height. He's got a 1/2 inch height advantage. He also got an inch and a half reach advantage. So, he won't be fighting a smaller fighter. And I think Fulton's gonna come in shape. But obviously I'd like to see Aleem get in there with a couple of those guys after they fight. So, it's an interesting matchup. It's your classic black fighter versus Hispanic fighter. The black fighter known as slick, stick and move. He probably gonna win the early rounds. Hispanic fighter put the earmuffs on, walk through some fire, try to beat him up in the gut, slow him down. So stylistic wise, that fight was gonna deliver last night. It would have delivered more than the main event. Monty mentioned last night just didn't have no stamina. He had the style in the amateur fight. He probably gonna tear the majority of them dudes up. But then again, I think Aleem should have been the guy to move up. But then again, Aleem probably wasn't ranked. Aleem looked like the biggest threat towards Fulton Jr., to be honest. That'd be a really, really good fight. You know what I'm saying? He seemed to be, athletic. He seemed to have power. He seemed to have skills. He seemed to have a technique. And, I think Aleem is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I think he one of the dangerous dudes in that division. If his chin can hold up and, that's a good fight between Leo, Aleem, and Fulton Jr. That's a nice little triangle right there. In that 22, you got some other really good fighters that still, doing their thing. You got Ray Vargas. You got the kid from that beat Danny Roman. Now Danny Roman is left. I thought he was going to rematch, but he left and signed with PBC. With Danny Roman, most people thought he should have dropped that belt. I mean, Aleem and Roman is another good fight. I don't think Aleem could turn around and fight Roman by September 26th. That's Roman is fighting on the Charlo undercard because they got to fight a new opponent. Man, Raeese jump out of that fight, which he tend to do. I don't think PBC gonna be doing too much business with him. He keep pulling out of shit over petty stuff, but 122 got some talent on the PBC side of things, man. With Roman, with Fulton, with Aleem. Who else you got? Leo. You got some talent there, man. But I think I want to see Fulton and Leo fight. I want to see the winner fight Aleem, or Aleem fight Danny Roman, and the winner fight of Danny Roman and Aleem. Fight Leo and or Steve Fulton Jr. But to be honest, Fulton Jr. style is good, and then it's bad for him versus Leo. Let me wrap that up. I think it could be both. You know what I'm saying? Because if he don't fight with no aggression versus Leo, he gonna find himself in the war. Either he gonna find himself jogging to the finish line or walking to the finish line or barely making it, or he gonna end up in a dog fight. And I don't think cool boy Steph want to be in a dog fight. Just tell you that right now. I don't get the vibes that he want to go through that punishment. No fighter should want to go through that punishment. I get the vibe that he want to outpoint you. He want to pick you apart, stick and move. But the bad thing about that is Leo seemed to know how to cut the distance, cut the ring off, close distance, and make you fight. You know what I'm saying? So if I was him and his coach, I'll be training on using that jab early on, coming to Leo, pushing Leo back, and using my speed in my slickness as being aggressive. I just think Fulton is too finessed. He get in there with a dude like a Nuyui or somebody like that. He might have some issues. He might get outboxed guys like that for a minute. At some point, you got to stand and fight, and you got to get respect. And I just think he do a little bit too much moving. You know what I'm saying? If Leo could put him on the back foot, I think Leo will have a chance. But it depends. If Leo could put him on the back foot from the beginning, you probably say Leo probably gonna dominate him like he did Mighty Midget. All right, but if he let Fulton get into a rhythm and he can't he let Fulton get into a rhythm early on, and then, you know, he come on late, and then Fulton probably gonna win by points. But if Fulton need to sit out there and walk Leo down early to get respect, you know, push him back, knock his rhythm off, then go into, you know, finesse and outboxing. But I think that's a tremendous fight that PBC got on their hands there. So I couldn't wait for that one. Let me know who y'all think will win, Fulton and Leo. I think it can go either way. Leo got a great style to beat Fulton. Fulton got a great style to outbox Leo. So that's the intrigue about that fight. But don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal is in the description. Cash App is CJ Good313. PayPal link is there. Best way to donate is share the video. And then follow me on all social media. In the Facebook group, there's Will if you want to join that. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.